Hi everyone and welcome. I have worked so hard on today's video. I have a brand new ideas for you. These are all DIY handmade gifts. They're quick, easy and affordable. I think you're going to enjoy. Let's get creating. So for this one, I'm starting off with this tinsel tree. I don't usually like tinsel that much, but I think we can make this work. We're looking to make these as affordable as possible, but also gifts that people actually want. So the next thing you want, as well as a tree, as you can see here, is some chocolates. You can use Ferrero Rocher, but if you want to go a little bit more budget like me, you can just get some chocolate baubles. Very nice and easy. We're just going to get rid of the string that's on there. And with the excess piece of packaging, you want to add your hot glue to there so it doesn't melt the chocolate. And then you're going to glue it throughout the tree. Mrs. Pumps is making an appearance. It's usually her brother, but today it's her. Having a good sniff around. Checking all my supplies. The chocolate isn't for you. So while I wait for my hot glue just to get a bit hotter, I'm going to just remove all of the string. Now I'm also going to take a bow, and I had a look. I needed the biggest size that I've got. You can place it on top as though it's a tree topper, or you can place it just a little bit further down, but I'm going to go further and place it around here, just securing that with a drop of hot glue at the back of my bow. So you can see the excess packaging here. Add your hot glue and stick the baubles throughout the tree, wherever you think is right. And of course, don't forget to turn your tree around to do the other sides as well. A lot of the gifts that I'm making, I'm actually going to put together in a hamper, so that's an option as well if you want. You can go a step further and add some beads to decorate your tree using a bead garland. You can just cut off each bead like this and add a touch of hot glue. Be careful with your fingers because these are tiny, and then glue it wherever you think is right. Just adds a bit more glamour and interest to the tree. And we'll finish off using a wooden star as a tree topper at the top. I think the tree has really transformed. Like I mentioned, I'm not really fond of tinsel, but with the bow and the star and the chocolates and the beads, I think it comes together wonderfully. And this only cost £2 to make, which is just over $2. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be placing these in a hamper, so I will show you that at the end of the video. The next one is really quick, again nice and simple. I'm going to be taking a box. So this one I bought quite a while ago. This is for earrings and jewellery. And then of course you want some candy canes, and we're going to turn this into a sleigh. So I'm going to begin just by removing the inside. And you can decorate this, you can change the colour, paint it. I'm going to go ahead with some washi tape, and I'm taking a red one just to go with the candy canes. I'm just going to line the inside of my box. So this is how the inside looks now, and I'm going to go on the outside doing the same just throughout the centre of the box. You can see how now it's just made it look a lot more festive. And this is why I love washi tapes, it's so easy and quick. So you can leave them in the wrapper if you want. I'm going to remove it just because it looks a lot better outside the packaging. So take your candy cane and add some hot glue. Then take your box and place it on top. Now you're going to do the same on this one. So this is how it should look. It's so cute and adorable. Now for the fun bit, which is filling it up with some sweets, I'm going to be using these chocolates. If you want them to stick in place and not move around, especially if you're putting it in a hamper like me, you can add these little foam pads. And you can see that they're tiny, so they'll do the job of holding them in place. Adding that one to the side. And then stick it to the box. And the same for this one. Now let's do a test. That's really secure. I really love how cute and sweet this looks, no pun intended there. And of course you can change this up however you like. You can have whatever you want inside, maybe add it into a miniature scene with a gnome. I hope that you're enjoying today's video so far. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Today's video is also part of a collaboration. I have a playlist for you to check in my description box and pinned comments, so make sure you give the rest of the ladies some love once you're done watching my video. For the next handmade gift you want a jar, so I've got this one here, and now you can fill it up with some sweets, whatever you want. I've got these marshmallows. Once you're done, close it up, and I'm going to add some twine just to decorate the neck of the jar. I'm going to add hot glue at the back to secure the twine and then wrap it around. Now for the top you want half a bauble, so you need to find one that matches the size of your lid. This one sits in there just wonderfully, so I'm going to just remove this. Now you want some miniature characters, and let's see if we can place this tree inside. It is a little bit too big, but once I remove this, and I might be able to cut some of the tree, but we'll see. I don't think that my pliers will be enough to cut the tree, so I'm using my Tilswell rotary. So I've attached the right head to cut the tree. So thanks to my Tilswell rotary tool, I now have my tree. So I'm going to hot glue that down in the centre because I still need as much height as I can. Now I'm going to add the snowman to the top, and I'm adding him to the back of the tree, again just so it fits under my bauble. As you can see, that fits on nicely. So all that's left to do is to add our snow. So I've got these ones here, and there are different types of artificial snow, but I think this one goes with it because it's quite fun. And I always do this, so just use my pliers to remove the bit that hangs, and then you can sand it if you want. This one doesn't really need sanding. And I'm also going to make sure that it's at the back just so it's not seen. So I'm going to take some hot glue to add the snow. You have to do small sections at a time. I'm going to be using super glue to stick half of the bauble down because hot glue just sets really quick. And who's not going to love this? You've got the marshmallows inside, the gorgeous scene on the glass, and then a snow globe on the top. By the way, I love snow globes. And of course they can reuse this jar once they're done eating all the goodies. It's cute, it's fun, and it's just perfect for the holidays. For the next one, you want a candle, and we're just going to be decorating this. I'm starting off with some twine. I'm going to wrap it around the bottom. So as you can see, I'm just winding it around. Did a bit off camera. And then when I have a loose end, I add some glue to the twine itself and stick it on, and then I carry on with another bit. Now we want to add some greenery, so I'm just cutting this off, and we're going to have to see how much we need. I'm happy with this, so I'm taking my hot glue to add this on. We'll also be adding some berries and a few more embellishments. Now for the berries, again I'm going to be cutting a section off. I think I'm going to add a stag in here. I've got these foam stickers. I'm adding some hot glue to the bottom of his feet because it's going to go behind the arrangement. This barely cost me anything to make. I actually had everything at home already. Seeing as I'm a crafter, I do have lots of different things, but it's such a great way to just jazz something up and make a candle look a lot more expensive. For the next ones, you want some cellophane as well as some chocolates, the round ones, so Ferrero Rocher or things like this work. You want 5 in total, and again just remove the string that they're on. Place your 5 chocolates in a straight line and take your cellophane and we're just turning it over to see how much we need to cut. So grab your scissors . Now again with your cellophane, wrap them up. So we're just turning the cellophane round with the chocolates inside. And then we want to add some sellotape. So just adding my second sellotape here. So once you've got it looking like this, you want to shape it a little bit like that. Now I'm bringing the string back and we're going to tie each end. With the string, tie both ends together so you've got it like a little wreath. And now I'm going to add some greenery, so I'm going to cut this because it's a bit too big for me. And we're going to add this lovely bow on top. So I'm just taking my hot glue to attach the greenery on the top. And then we're finishing off with the bow. This is the first time I've ever made something like this, like a chocolate wreath. It's funny how creative you can get with everyday things. Another quick and easy DIY that doesn't cost much at all. I'm on a roll today. Now with the next DIY, I've got 2 jars. One is going to be filled with hot chocolate or hot cocoa, and the other is going to be filled with some mini marshmallows. Once you have your 2 jars full, stick them on top of each other. You can do that with a little bit of hot glue or the sticky foam pads again. Now we're going to turn this into a snowman, so I've got some ribbon here to create the scarf. I've cut some off already. And this is the way that I'm going to do my scarf. And then once you've finished your scarf, you want to grab a Sharpie pen. I've got orange for the carrot and for the nose, and the black is for the eyes and the buttons. You can do this bit with a cricket if you want. And I just have to add a little blush. I love this snowman. What do you think we should name him? I hope that you love him just as much as I do, and I can't wait to give these little gifts out to everybody around me, including my neighbours. Now we're going to make a treat cone for the next one. So I'm using one of these, and this is actually used for icing. So I'm going to start off with filling them with raisins. Let's have one while we're at it. I love these, by the way. And now we're going to take one of the coins and place them inside. And then we'll finish off with one of the baubles. Once you're happy with your arrangement, take one of those strings and tie it. And to finish off, take a bow. This is a pre-made one. And I'm going to hot glue it where I've tied the string. These are really great when you make several, and they're just so quick and easy to hand out. They make great little gifts, and of course you can fill it up with lots of different sweets, make it look more interesting. Here's our final project for today. Going to start off with a mug, preferably a Christmas mug. I was also looking for some foam packaging, but looks like I threw it all, which is pretty rare for me. So I'm going to have to make use of these. I'm going to start off just by breaking it. And I'm halving this to fit into the gaps. And we're going to go with some raffia just to cover this up and make it look a bit more expensive. Now you can hot glue this in, but I'm not going to, because everything I use is pretty much going to make sure that that sticks in place. So I have this snowman mellow. Then we're going to stick some greenery inside. And I'm taking these pine cones, placing that just in front of the greenery. And we're going to stick the apple in. It already has a wire, which is handy. We're going to slip the orange slice through on the side there, so I'm going to secure it with a bit of hot glue. And we're going for a bit more greenery on the side. Taking one of the round bauble chocolates again. And using some hot glue to secure that on the side. The thing with these arrangements is just to pack it. You don't want any empty space. We're going to reuse a bow from some packaging. This was actually on the snowman. I'm taking a giant pine cone and I'm placing that in the back because I have quite a bit of space there and I didn't really want to add any more greenery. I had a bit more space at the back, so I added another shade of greenery. I really want to make use of these miniature bows. I love them so much, they're so adorable. So I'm going to add that just to the handle. Finalising with a touch of colour with these red berries. I'm going to cut them off and then just stick them on. And I've got a bit more space here, so I'm hot gluing one of the chocolates. Let me just show you, I'm really fussy, I have to get something right and it bugs me until I do. I can see a bit of space here and I just felt like it really needed another candy cane and I really needed to give it a bit of height. So if you do have that same issue, take a bamboo stick, you can see it's sharp there, and take your candy cane or whatever it is, hot glue it. And I'm just going to snap this to the length I need and add a bit more hot glue on the top. Now that's ready, so I'm going to stick it in the back. I love this one, it's definitely my favourite from today and it's so good that I think I could just gift this on its own, whereas some of the other DIYs were smaller, so I would gift them with something else as part of a hamper. Now if you craft to sell, these would do so well. They look high end and they don't cost much at all to make, so it's a win-win. The best part is that you're using a lot of nature. You can even use a potpourri pack to fill up those spaces. That way you can keep costs even lower. So that's all of today's ideas. I hope that they have inspired you. Are you going to be recreating any of these? Let me know in the comments on which is your favorite. Please share this video with others to help them out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the playlist and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.